What was I about to say? So today we're doing a little chit chat while I do some interview prep, y'all. And when I say interview prep, I don't mean like researching the company. I did that already. And it's actually a known company, so it's not like I have to dig far. It's in my industry, so it's like, you know, I already know what this company about, okay? But when I say interview prep, I mean getting this skin together, getting my hair together, because I'm not going in there with my hair looking like this. Like, the heat damage is insane. I don't even want to think about it no more. Like, I already cut this off 2 years ago. I cut it here because I had so much heat damage. And then I just went and started doing the same thing over again. So, like, clearly didn't learn my lesson, but that's cool. I'm giving y'all a Noxzema facial, okay? If you know, you know. Because Noxzema has been in the Black household for decades. And when I tell you it never misses, it never misses. This is giving very CVS, very drugstore facial vibes. But, you know, we make it work. I just need a deep clean because I've been very, like, I told y'all about this before, but my nervous system has been out of whack, especially with the passing of my grandfather. It just added to it. So my skin is doing a number right now. And I can't go in there with, like, I don't want to say I can't go in there with pimples because, like, obviously, like, duh, you can, like, you know, everybody's different. But I can't go in there with how I show up when I have pimples. Like, I'm not my most confident when I feel like somebody is staring at my freaking face or staring at a freaking crater in my face. So I gotta do a little something. This is a real throwback, y'all, because I haven't given myself a Noxzema facial in so long. And, like, I've had this for I feel like years. And I was like, let me bust out Old Reliable. I don't have the time to be going to, like, one of these fancy stores and getting a $50 face mask. At this point, I'm not doing that. Like, situations change, circumstances change, 100%. I would do that, but, like, I'm not about to sit here looking for a job and go spend $50 on a face mask. Like, that just not even a job. Let's say career. I feel like you just have to be very true and authentic to your process and be very true to what you need at the moment. And right now, what I need is to ace this interview. And I say ace because that's how I think. Like, I think in terms of grades, like getting an A on a project, that's me. So I feel like if I look at life as projects and assignments, then I am way more successful with completing each project, assignment, whatever. Whereas if I'm just like, oh, I'm just vibing, it is what it is, we'll see what happens, like, I feel like I'm type B, but also, like, I ain't that damn type B. So I'm gonna let this sit for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna go wash my hands, but I'm gonna blow dry my hair as I'm letting this sit. I'm gonna be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right, y'all, so I just washed my hands and everything. We are clean. I'm just praying that, child, I forgot what I was about to say. I'm about to blow dry this hair, y'all. I pray that I have some really good news to tell you guys soon. Cause, like, interview preparation on preparation, y'all. Like, I really want to make some moves this year. Like, I'm tired of being stagnant or feeling stagnant. The thing about building a family and really prioritizing that family unit and foundation, you can get lost in it. And I don't want to say that I was lost in it, but I kind of was, like, if I'm being honest. If you don't know me, like, from Instagram or whatever, when I had my daughter, I was 210 when I weighed in right before birth. And then after I had her and after all the water weight, I was down to 181. I would always gain and lose like 10 pounds, gain and lose. And then one day, and it was recently, I was outside with my husband and we were yapping you know, recapping our day, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, babe, I just want to be better. I just want to be better. Like, and I was damn near tears, like, telling him this. And it wasn't anything that more so provoked that conversation. It was just, I wanted better for myself. Like, I had that burning desire for better, for change. Like, so ever since then, I locked in. I started that, I was like 181. Right now, I am 151. So I'm 30 pounds down. And I chat GPT'd it, and I gotta be like 145 in order to see like soft ab lines. So that right now is the current goal. It was a little discouraging at first too, because the practitioner that I was going to, I still go to her, but obviously like directly postpartum when I was doing those checkups. I'm not using that. Hold on, y'all. I need a clip. I don't know where the clip is at. Hold on. Whatever, y'all. I don't got a clip, but I do have a scrunchie, so it'll work out. I just didn't want to use that sparkly one because that's truth. But I was going to this practitioner postpartum, and this is what really discouraged me for like years. So I had diastasis recti. I believe that's how you say it. What that means is there's space between your abdomen and your fat. So she pretty much told me I'm never going to be able to lose that fat. Discouraged as hell. Mind you, I'm sitting here overweight. At the time, Truth was a newborn. I'm like, well, damn, like, I'm going so hard in the gym. At that point, I was working out, like, heavy. I had got down to, like, 170 something or 170 even. And then kept gaining that 10 pounds and losing it, like I was saying. Because I was just so discouraged. And then, after a while, like I said, I just wanted better for myself. And I was just so sick of making excuses. I don't know where I was going with that story, but I'm just now at a point where I want better for myself. Like, I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to get lost in motherhood, get lost in the weight. I don't want to get lost in the moment right now. Because I feel like at one point, ooh, child, I'm getting it in my face mask. I feel like at one point I was like, what's the word? I don't know. Well, it'll come back to me. I feel like at one point I was very like, I don't want to say lost in the sauce, but one point I just completely did not know who I was anymore. I was like, all right, well, guess I ain't gonna be young and turn no more because I just had a baby. Like, and y'all, I was like that for a few years. I was like just overweight, just insecure. And thankfully I'm out of that hole and I'm finally ready to like take just adult life more serious. I feel like I have not been taking this shit serious at all. I got tired of being like meeting new people and talking about what I was like and who I was and the force that I was. And it's like, no, girl, that's still in you. Like, lock in. So I had to lock in. Like, I can't. I'm like, how am I going to be a has-been at, how old was I? Like 23 at the time. Like, I just had her at 22. By 23, I was already like, oh yeah, I used to be like this and I used to be like that and this was me, da da da. If that's you, and if you find yourself doing that at this very moment, girl, fix up. Fix up. Child, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. It's time to lock in, boo. Hold on. Okay, guys, I am all blow dried out. I'm about to put this back on. Hold on. Let me put this little thing back on. That's crazy. Yeah. I'm sick of letting life just pass me by. I'm 26. That's a real serious age. I don't got time. I have a family. Like, it's time to lock in and get serious. You know what I mean? And it's like, obviously I was young when I had my family. So, I don't know. I just feel like my maturity wasn't even all the way there. Like, you know, your frontal lobe don't even like fuse until you're 26 anyway, right? I think it's 26, either 25 or 26. But your frontal lobe don't even fuse together until you're like 25, 26. And here I was having a child at 22. Like, you know what I mean? So I just looked at life in a different lens, but now I'm like, oh no, it's time to turn it up. It's time to turn it up. Like, I'm talking work wise, like career wise. I don't even want to say work because like I don't think you necessarily need a 9 to 5 to make money or like to have a good life. I just think you need to have a career. Like, you need a career. You know what I mean? And they always say 7 streams of income. I'm talking about career. I'm talking about investments. I'm talking about like passive income as well, which can be categorized under investments, but all investments aren't passive. So that's another factor too. But y'all, I want so much for my life. And I don't think I was in a mindset before to actually go out and get it. But it's something about losing weight that make you get that confidence all over again. Like, once I got that little 30 pounds off me, it's like, come on, life. Like, I've been on this toughest soldiers list for I don't know how long. God had me on the top of this list, but we about to switch some things around, okay? We about to switch it up. Like, you the toughest soldier because you're gonna win the war at the end of the day. That's why you're the toughest soldier, because you know you're gonna win the war. Like, you might not win every battle, but you're gonna win the war. I enjoy being a tough soldier at times, but like, can we get to the winning part, please? All right, let me go wash this off my face. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So I wasn't thinking clearly, and I should have done this 3 days ago. Because the thing about when you do extractions, you can't put makeup directly on the next day. At that point, you have open pores and now you're just clogging them with the makeup. So I brought like the Q-tips and everything, because you shouldn't do extractions. You see the Q-tips? You shouldn't do extractions with your nails like you need to do with the Q-tip, because you have bacteria under your nails. So y'all, I don't know what I'm finna do. I'm waiting for this flat iron to heat up. That made me so angry. Oh my god. All right, so it's given. I would rather not. The makeup just gonna have to be bumpy, y'all. It's gonna have to be bumpy tomorrow. Like, it's just gonna have to be, because I'm not gonna set myself up for failure. Pretty much, I'm not gonna do that. And knowing what I know, it's just not a good call to like put makeup on top of open pores. Like, that's just not a good call. So I am going to just tone my skin, this multi-active toner. I've had this for years. When I say these full-size bottles last so long, this is probably my second one, and I've been using this for years. Like, I've been using this specific toner for years. So like, it lasts a long time. But ooh, that was a lot. Comb my hair. You just pat that thing in. I'm really upset with myself because I really should have did this 3 days ago. You see how juicy that look? Even with my little blemishes. Girl, one day I'm gonna have clear skin when I stop stressing over dumb stuff. When I'm actually in my like in the position I want to be, and that's gonna be very soon, because we're gonna get good news very soon from somewhere. I don't know where it's gonna come from. I know where it's coming from, actually. It's coming from God. But we're gonna get good news really soon, and then I won't have to stress no more. You know what I'm saying? So a win is a win. A win is a win. A win is a win. I'm using the Fenty Skin. I don't know exactly what this one is called, but it's so good. And it feels so like refreshing. This is more like a minty feel. Let me see. Yeah, this is more like a minty feel. This just kind of cools it down, so it kind of feels like, I don't know if y'all have ever used anything like, okay, this is the best comparison I have right now, but you know how like when you have the honey pot like sanitary napkins and it feels like with the herbs, with the cooling herbs, this combo feels like that but on your face. Sounds crazy, but like, yeah. But that's what that combo feels like, and it's just giving juicy in the skin, just giving juicy. Yeah, so it's just gonna have to give bumpy for the makeup tomorrow, because I'm not about to sit here, open up my pores, and do worse damage, because I've already been doing too much. I've been kind of picking at it too, like, and I'm not supposed to, which is why this side is always like hyper pigmented, because I ain't been using the Q-tips to extract. I've been using my nails, and that is not good, y'all. And I need to act like I know better, because I do. Because I do. Anywho, now I'm about to go in here with the hair. Let's see what this hair is giving today. Now, honestly, I wanted to do like, I don't really want to straighten this at all, but you know, I don't know, we'll see. I low-key want to just give a little curl, like a little boop boop boop, because right now it's 2:36. But I am being so lazy today, y'all. I didn't work out today. I worked out Monday and Tuesday, so I didn't want to like overwork, because I low-key trained the same things on Monday and Tuesday. That thing frying my hair, boom. I need some good like heat protectants, because the heat damage is actually insane. I'm doing the laziest press I've ever done in my life, because I don't feel like it. And you would think I would want to show out because I'm on camera, but that's not me. That's not me. Like, I just want somebody else to do my hair all the time. I hate doing my own hair. And also, I don't really like this flat iron. Like, it's just very big. And where it does like cover a lot more surface area at once, so I don't have to go over it as many times, I also can't get the root as good as I would with a smaller flat iron. So that's my dilemma. My hair doesn't take a lot to straighten, like at all. It really does not. And it took like maybe 10 minutes to blow dry it just now. Yeah, I need a good heat protectant, because this thing is just sizzling my hair. Ciao. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Ooh. All right. And this one. Y'all, I'm stressed. I don't know if y'all can tell. I wanted to talk to you too about this corporate life, y'all. In a work setting, you really got to be assertive. Like, you got to go out your way to shake those hands and go to those meetings, go to those trainings that aren't even mandatory, so that you can get your name out there. Like, you literally, quite literally, cannot just sit around and be like, oh, okay, like it's gonna come to me. I'm just now learning to be assertive in the workplace. Like, y'all would be so proud of me. Remember how I was telling y'all I am going for this position within the company that I'm at? And I haven't heard anything because they're not done the hiring process or whatever. But this hiring process is so long, oh my God. And it's only because my GM has a lot on his plate. And it's understandable. Like, I understand the stance, and I would hate to be in that position. You know what I mean? But y'all, I'm just sitting here. For so long, I was just like patient, just patient, just patient. And I'm still just patient about everything, right? But I reached out via email, and I pretty much asked him like, what's next? What's next? Is there a future for me at this company, pretty much? Because I don't want to just stay at the same position forever. Like, you know what I mean? And your girl got a meeting on Friday. So we're going to talk about my next steps, like growth. Oh, shit. We're going to talk about like my next steps, like how it can grow within the company. And I'm just really excited about that, because the younger me would have just sat there and been like, well, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna leave. Like, you don't know how many times, like, instead of having a conversation, I just left. Like, that's my toxic trait, y'all, because I don't like talking too much, y'all. I don't like feeling like my future is in someone else's hands, but low-key, you have to like be able to lean on someone else in order to pull yourself up. Or like, let's say you have a mentor, they're supposed to reach down at you to pull you up to where they are, so that they can get to their next level, because they're also having someone pull them up so that they can get to their next level. And you have like a mentor, and specifically a manager, most times they've done the job that you're in. So I was like, you know what, Cicely, you gotta stop running. Like, you really gotta just sit there and figure out how we're gonna conquer this. Because like I said, I love the company that I'm in. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm taking this other interview just to see like you know, I don't know how this conversation is going to go on Friday. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to take that other interview because, oh, I definitely got the job, because that's not necessarily the case. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that to be true just yet. Hopefully by the time I upload this, I should know that to be true. Hopefully, I don't know. Fingers crossed. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me, y'all. But regardless, whatever God has for me is going to be for me. And amen. Listen, God is always going to hold it down for me. Like I said, I'm on his toughest soldiers list. And if I've been going through these battles, boo, that means the war, I'm going to win. If I've been going through these battles, front line for my God, that war is ours. We win in that war, boo. So that's my agenda tomorrow, that interview. And then Friday, I have the meeting with my manager. And I'm excited about both. I feel like this week is going to be very pivotal. Very pivotal. So I had to figure out, like, what am I doing with my hair? And how do I want to show up for this? And, like, pretty much, like, leaning into how do you want to show up in the world? You know what I mean? Like, at this point, I'm at the age where I'm creating how I want to show up in the world. Child, I sectioned this off terribly. What? Now, why would I do that? I don't even know what parts I hit already and what parts I didn't hit. That was not a good call, Cicely. I'm over here speed doing this and I should be taking my time. Can't be out here looking crazy at these important meetings. Whoo, child. And I hate getting the edges. Oh my God, I hate getting the edges. I feel like I'm about to burn my face off when I do the edges. This is a very random thought, but y'all, I was looking at that video, my last YouTube video, and I was like, y'all, my teeth were looking yellow. So I went and got that purple toothpaste. I said, I don't know, y'all, this regular little Crest, this ain't helping nothing. This ain't hitting on nothing right now. I need to get that purple in there because, yeah. Y'all, I surely went and got that purple toothpaste. I was not playing. I said, babe, my teeth are yellow. Like, what the hell? And it's not even, like, prominent yellow. At least not from what I can see. But when I looked at it back on that camera, y'all, I was like, what the hell? But, child, I got that purple toothpaste. I can't wait to try that out. But I got approved for LTK, y'all. Your girl is in her content creator bag. Like, LTK is just a way for you to get, like, brand partnerships. It's like social media for creators, but I feel like all social media is for creators, but it's like for us to make money kind of vibe. Because not all platforms are easy to make money on, but that's a direct way for brands to connect with you is on LTK. So I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and sign up, but you have to be approved for it. Like, y'all got approved, y'all. I'm like, is she major yet? She might be major a little bit, maybe a little bit. You know, I know y'all probably looking at me like, girl, if you straighten this one piece one more time, find a different spot. Yo, and if you can see, like, this is what I mean by, like, this flat iron doesn't get the root good. Like, why do I gotta keep going over this root so many times to get it to lay flat? That's irritating. And I usually have a comb. I don't know where the hell my comb is at. I have no comb with me doing this. And I usually be like, flat iron comb, flat iron comb. You know what? Let me go grab that because that's actually important. Oh yeah, baby. That's more like it. It's like, now I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, boo. Purr. All right. Now let me just hit this little front piece. Child, I'm speeding through this. I'm speeding through this, boo. I'm so overdoing my own hair. My thing is, when it was short and I had the curls, it was so easy to do. In like 2.5 seconds. It's messy. And I personally don't like when my hands are like wet. Like, I don't know. It's like, I guess it's just like a texture thing, or not even texture, but like, I don't know what that is. What is that? Like, I do not like when my hands feel wet and like creamy from like hair products like that. It like, it does not make me feel good at all. Child, that thing hot. That thing hot, boo. I'm gonna burn my hair, my damn face off. I'm trying to think if I want to bust a curl, but if I'm gonna bust a curl, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Like, I ain't gonna bust a curl today, cause it's gonna fall anyway. Like, why am I wasting my time? Yeah, if I'm gonna pop a curl in there, I'm gonna do it right after I drop Truth off in the morning. I'm already be dressed for my interview. I drop her off at 9. The interview's at 11, so come back, pop a curl in. It's only like 15 minutes away from the house too, so it ain't gonna take long for me to do that. Child, I don't feel like doing this. Still gotta do it though. What else I gotta tell y'all? What else is new? Y'all, my grandfather is laid to rest. He's in his final resting place. I now feel a lot better. When I tell y'all I was not okay on the day of that funeral, y'all, I was not okay. I was just thinking like, wow, none of my future children are gonna be able to meet their great grandfathers. Like, both of my grandfathers are gone. To even have great grandparents, like, I don't think I've ever had great grandparents. So even the little bit of time that she did get with my grandfather, obviously she's not going to really remember those moments, but at least I have those pictures to say, oh, okay, like, there's 4 generations living on this earth. Like, she has her great grandmother, but she don't have no great grandfathers other than on her dad's side. So ciao. And obviously her great grandmother on her dad's side as well. So she has 3 living great grandparents. So I'm happy for that. Child, that light just died. That's irritating. I was giving dark. It's kind of dark in here. Like, I didn't realize how much light that little thing was giving. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm about to finish this up because I don't want the batteries to die again while I'm wrapping this up. 1 second. All right, y'all, so it's 3 o'clock. My hair is as good as it's gonna get for today because, like I said, I'm going to go back in and curl it tomorrow. That's the best we getting, boo. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for chit-chatting with me. Hold on. So I know my lips be on here looking dry sometimes, and I am over it. I don't know if it's just me or what, but I don't know why I'm critiquing every single thing about myself. Like, I don't know where that comes from. Like, I know the life that I want. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not there yet. And I understand there's a process and I will get there, but like, chop, 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 chop. But at the same time, Godspeed. So I'm just learning patience, and I'm learning how to be assertive, and I'm learning how to put myself first. Like, I'm learning all these things about myself in adulthood. And I'm grateful for that. I guess we'll see what comes out of that very shortly. And hopefully it is like some good news coming for me. I feel like it is. Like, you know how you can always feel when a shift is coming? Like, I very much feel that. So I'm gonna just stay prayed up, y'all. Y'all, she's a work in progress. She is a work in progress. So thank y'all for sitting and yapping with me. I have a boatload of things to do. But y'all pray for me because, you know, the prayers come up, the blessings gotta come down. In Jesus' name. All right, but I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week. I'm not gonna do no outro because we just yapping. It's just the girls here. So I'm gonna see y'all later, and check back in with me very soon. Bye.